and welcome to Fantasy Fives with me, Ray Bradshaw. Each week, I'm joined by a guest from the world of essentially my phone book and people who will answer me to talk about their dream five-a-side football team. We've got a couple of rules, but I don't think they're going to really apply to today's guest. She's laughing at me already. We're joined by the brilliant Ashley Storrie, former comedian. I say that like she's in rehab. Bafta winner. Ashley's done everything. And also, Ashley, do you remember your first gig back?
You gave me it.
Yeah. But I didn't mean to. So your mum lied a fucking belter to me. So she said, Ashley's been doing lots of gigs. Can she come back and do some stand-up? So it was a gig in the Bishop Briggs.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And then I got there. And I wasn't there. And Mark Davies, who I used to run the gig with, was like, when she says she's done tons of gigs, she means when she was 11. Like you hadn't gigged in what, like 15 years or what?
I hadn't gigged since I was 13.
Jeez. And then you came back to the Crow Tavern. That was your...
Yeah, and it was great.
And what was your last gig?
I think it was like the Hydro. Or the... It was with my mum. It was
good humble brag.
Full fucking Nepo baby material. There's nothing...
How... Because that's funny, because... You're obviously very good at what you do, so I've never thought of you as a Nepo baby.
I'm also not a Nepo baby because statistically my mother was hated at the BBC for the longest time.
Yeah.
So I was on the Fred show. She never got on the Fred show.
She not?
No, never once was she on Fred McCauley's show. I had commissions before she
should point out for people that might not know it, your mum is Dame Shirley Bassey.
Dame Shirley Bassey, Janie Godley or Elaine C. Smith, depending on who I'm trying to avoid.
Is that what you do?
All the time.
Yeah, go comedy
like
or panto.
I see like a guy like, you Janie Godley sort. I'm like, no, I'm Elaine C. Smith sort. I'm like, oh, right, I like her. And I'm like,
She does. Elaine C. Smith's daughter works in comedy.
Yeah,
does she not? I've not met her.
No, you have.
Have I?
Yeah, she was she does the PR and the social media for the Glasgow Comedy Festival.
I've not done a comedy festival the last 3 or 4 years.
She's done that for years.
Okay, I have met her then.
Yeah,
okay.
you definitely
Maybe I thought
have.
it was you. I don't know. Maybe when I thought it.
But yeah, no, I lie all the time to get away from people.
Because I've seen you in passing a lot recently. What was it like winning a Bafta?
Mad. I was so... See the People's Choice one? I kind of thought, well, David Tennant and Ncuti Gatwa aren't sitting
Is that who you're up against?
David Tennant, Ncuti Gatwa, Saoirse Ronan's husband.
Jack Lowden from Slow Horses.
Yeah. And the baby reindeer.
Okay, Gad, okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Or the actual woman who did the text originally?
No.
Right, okay.
Definitely not her.
Yeah. So that's who you're up against?
Yeah. And a Blue Peter presenter. But none of them were sitting on Facebook going, go vote for me. I was.
So you're
100. That was my acceptance speech. Was like, this proves nothing apart from I'm better at Facebook. This is not indicative of who's the most popular. It's just a bunch of women called Sandra like me on Facebook. And that's why I thank Jim and Netherly.
Yes, who's a regular contributor to Off the Ball and your show. I met him in real life.
I've met him in real life too.
It's odd, isn't it, when you meet video people?
I adore him. His wife Jacqueline went on a little pilgrimage to where I was born.
That's too far.
No, it's not. I love that.
What was the Calton?
Yeah, she went she told me she had a wee peek up my old clothes.
That sounds rude, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you get a restraining order. What was it like winning?
It was mad. It was.
How many did you win? 2?
2.
That's nuts,
Do you want to know
actually.
something that nobody else knows?
Yeah, go for
that
it.
day, because my mum had just died, so I didn't really care. My dad decided to climb up the loft to chase a pigeon, fell through a hole, fell down a whole flight of stairs, ended up in hospital in a scanning machine, couldn't move. All my neighbours are phoning me, but I've turned my phone off because I couldn't cope.
So you're not even there? You don't even know this?
I'm not aware. I get home that night. I get home that night at like 1 a.m, and I've got like the BAFTAs in the bag, my Adidas sports bag.
What, like JD in it? Like JD Sport, amazing.
So I've got like 2 BAFTAs clanking. I come
going
up
up the close stairs.
Going up my close. I come up and there's like dirt everywhere. And I'm like, what's happened? And then I see my dad and he's like bruised from head to toe.
In my head, it's neck brace like Vince McMahon.
Like, no, like wrapped bandages wrapped all up him. Like, sprain bandages like when you're in primary school and you fall. And I'm like, what happened? And he's like, don't panic. I chased a do up the attic. It's not even our attic. It's a hole in the ceiling of a close.
Yeah.
It's not got stuff in it.
So why was the pigeon already in there?
I don't question the man. I just think I could hear my ma's voice like, that bastard.
Yeah.
Couldn't he let you have anything? And I'm like, the two of you tried to steal my thunder. Her were death and him we's fucking attic.
Would you have left the BAFTAs if you found out? No.
He was annoyed that the neighbours had phoned me. He told them leave her alone.
So what? You didn't even switch your phone back on, so you just found out when you saw him comatose.
I did not switch my phone back on for the whole night because I didn't want to deal. Because I thought I'm going to get beat and I'm going to get loads of messages going, haha.
Do you think? Yeah. Jim and Netherly. Who do you sit with the Baftas? Like, who do you get?
I sat with my cast and crew.
Nice.
So it was just all of the dinosaur people, which was really nice.
What, like, is there a hierarchy? So, like, the slow horses people, are they closer to the front? How's it work?
I don't think they turned up.
Yeah.
I think you're expecting a bit much there.
I forgot it was a Scottish Bafta.
The girls from the agency were there. Amazing.
I've watched a couple of episodes that I quite enjoy it.
Ladies.
Yeah.
I was so scared because when I see Pretty Women, I'm like, I'm going to get bullied. I'm preparing myself. They're going to be mean to me.
Yeah.
The nicest human beings I've met.
I've watched like a couple of episodes of the show. They seem nice.
Yeah.
I don't understand their office. Have you ever watched it?
No.
It feels like a shed, but big.
Well.
And like it's got a window on top, and it's in like Uddingston or something like that.
Sexy.
Is it?
Uddingston's a really sexy name.
What are you going to call your kid Uddingston?
No, because I'm never having babies.
Yeah, fair, okay.
Paul says, my radio producer says, I'm like Smaug, the dragon.
What's that? I don't know that reference.
It's like from Tolkien, who just like sat on his pile of gold. Because whenever he's like, "Oh, you ever going to get married?" I'm like, I don't want anybody to have access to my wealth or my properties.
Are your Baftas?
Yeah, my Bafta. I don't want that because I watch a lot of like documentaries about women who get murdered so people can steal their houses. I just spat all over you.
That's okay. I was listening to a murder podcast on the way in. I get it.
And I get freaked out and I'm like, no, I don't. Smaug on my pile of gold.
Because when you came in, the first thing you said was, I'm not a football fan.
I am a football fan. I am not a fan of football.
Right, contextualise that.
I love the drama. I love the fan fiction I write in my head about players kissing each other.
Yeah.
I love...
Have you ever read Larry Dean's one?
No, but me and Larry Dean have very similar taste in footballers.
James Forrest?
We've sat... just
If there's a fan fiction someone wrote, Larry was on a football podcast I used to do, talked about how much he loved James Forrest.
Yeah.
There's a fan fiction about James Forrest and Larry shagging in
I'll
the
get
backstage of the stand.
On the point that I have, before I knew Larry was gay, used to drive me about in his dad's Audi, thought, this is my husband.
Okay. Oh.
We're going to get married. He's great.
That's a good plot twist, isn't it?
And then, obviously, like we would talk about how hot the same men were, and I'm like, that's normal. Or these heated seats, Larry. No, that's just you, Ashley.
Yeah.
But no, we like this. I love a wee weird guy.
Your phone background's Pep Guardiola, but 1994 Pep Guardiola.
When he's got that little bum chin.
Oh, is it a bum chin?
Yeah, yes.
Do you remember how big a thing bum chins were in the 90s?
Oh, Tom Selleck.
But there's not a thing anymore. Is it?
No.
Think everyone's getting it filled in? what's happening?
I think it's a genetic thing. It's probably been like bred out, like gingerism.
Are we getting bred out?
Yeah. You're an endangered species.
Are we?
Like the white rhino.
Jeez. I mean...
Sorry, pal.
I saw two people that look like me on the way here.
I know. You always find a person who looks like you. My favourite thing I ever made was I made a meme of you.
That was in my show. I told you, I messaged you back and I was like, so I did a show about finding people that look like me, all bald ginger people, and then I did a gig for only bald ginger people, and I every night I name checked you. Ashley sent me a picture, literally, I'm going to say, within about 8 minutes of that picture going up, of a famous porn film with a young girl with 5 guys behind her, and she replaced me with all the bald gingers, and it looked like I was getting shagged by every bald ginger, and I showed that every single night. And I had a clicker pen and I would circle around it.
That was one of my favourite, see when I get inspiration for a meme, I'm fast and I'm furious.
You and Roscoe McClelland are the two people that are amazing at it. Yeah. And I'll just click on my phone and I'm like, right, what's happened now? It's so good. It's
only if the feeling takes me.
Is it okay?
I'm not like my mum was prolific and every day it was like having to make stuff, but I'm only if I feel it really strongly.
Yeah. How do you feel about football? Because I always ask people like, what does football mean to them? What does it mean to you?
I love the drama. I love the history. I love how all these footballers are kind of finding themselves nowadays out with the constraints of the BBC and the broadcasters, and they're like making their own way and they're making their own podcasts, and that's really fun. I love listening to the old stories about who's the old manager who gave the boy horse cream?
Could be anyone. Jim McLean. Brian Clough.
Yeah, Brian Clough gave the little boy eczema cream that he found in like the medical storage, and the wee guy's eczema cleared up. But his doctor was like, yeah, that gives cancer to horses. You can't put that on your face.
My amateur football team used a thing for years instead of DP. It was called Uddermint, and it was for cows' udders. And it was so good. But then one of the guys was a farmer, and he came in, he was like, you should not be putting that anywhere near your groin. Man.
Yeah. But I just love that. The football game in and of itself, meh.
What, like, do you ever watch a game?
Yeah, I watch it all the time, but mainly I'm looking for people who look like famous people in the stands.
Always fun.
I'm looking for the possibility that they might kiss. Because that happens. And I've seen it. And even like my dad, who's like, please stop ruining football for me, Ashley. And I'm like, yeah, but they look like they might be in love. I
was chatting to a manager recently, and he was saying that one of his team is gay. And all the team know, but they will never ever release it anywhere. He wouldn't say anything else about that.
I don't want to know. I don't want to out people. I just know that statistically there must be.
Yeah.
And it can't be a nice environment to be in.
Not at all.
But also it must be a really sexy environment to be in.
It's like pop kettle. You gotta wait up.
I would be so confused.
How did you find putting a five-a-side team together? What train of thought have you gone down?
Well, I was watching Star Trek and Deadliest Catch. So
Deadliest Catch. Ooh.
It's my favourite TV show. Can hardly watch any of it anymore.
Why?
Oh, loads of them turned out to be nonsense.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I have to like shut my eyes for those bits, like as a protest. I tried to edit season 1, but it took me so long.
You're trying to do a non-paedophile edit for YouTube?
No, just for me.
That would go down well on YouTube though, wouldn't it?
I don't care about YouTube. All I care about is that I want to like break my own moral code, but I'm so interested in the world of crabbing in the Bering Sea.
When you watch, I've never watched Deadliest Catch, what's like the peak thing you can catch?
It's Opilio or red king crab.
So why is that so special?
Red king crab is massively expensive. There's a huge market for it in China.
Okay.
And it's red gold. It's the modern day gold rush.
So will any of these nonces be appearing in your five-a-side team?
No. I've tried to be like nonce-free on a five-a-side.
I love it. I love how the emphasis was on the word tried.
But you just don't know.
Yeah, you can. So usually we'll do goalie. We've got a couple of rules that you're meant to have someone from the team you support. You don't support a team, so we can work around that. And the manager needs to be someone from your phone book. We'll get into. Do you have a team name?
I don't yet. I'll think about it. I'll come back to it.
Good. Okay. So first person, maybe a goalie, maybe an outfield player. Who are you going to go with?
I'm going with the goalie, and it's going to be a goalie.
Okay.
And it's going to be David Seaman.
Oh. Right, I did not expect this at all. Why are you picking David Seaman?
Because when I was a child, I thought that was the funniest fucking thing in the world. That there's a guy who has hair like a sperm called Sperm. Like in his ponytail, flicking about.
It was always so shiny as well, wasn't it?
Yes, he was so shiny. He also wasn't that bad a goalie. Like I thought, maybe you could have like a Klingon, like Worf, because, big, strong, kablah. That's gay in Klingon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What does a Worf mean?
Worf is a Klingon. He's a Klingon.
Oh, is that a guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've never watched that.
Security officer.
Come on. So you were going to put like the bouncer at home bargains in goals? Okay.
Yeah, okay. But it also Worf is like classic Star Trek canon.
So why did David Seaman get the nod over Worf?
Because I like saying seaman.
This bodes so well for the rest of the team.
I mean, what?
I didn't even notice this. 9 Erling Haaland faces by Rory Paints. That is amazing. I didn't even notice that.
I own so many Erling Haaland shirts.
We've chatted for like 15 minutes before this started, and I didn't even notice that at all.
No, I know. I wore a special t-shirt for it.
I
tried to find my Roy Keane shirt, but I couldn't.
What's the Roy Keane shirt?
It's just Paul got me. It's just him going.
Just a nice wee sexy face.
Yeah, he's just got. When he tries not to smile.
Do you ever watch content of Roy Keane?
All the time. That's all I watch. I think he's the greatest comedian of our generation.
Do you know so many comedians? Like so many footballers are great comedians.
I think Roy Keane's next on my list.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got David Seaman.
Okay, do you know what? I backtrack it. I'm going to go Klingon. Fuck David Seaman. Worf from Star Trek is our goalie. He's got a bat left and he's using it to fucking hit balls away.
Would that burst the ball?
Maybe.
Yeah, fine. Okay. We can get multi-ball system, that's fine.
I mean, you've got an alien playing in goals who's technically better than everybody just genetically.
Yeah.
So
I love how my concern was, will the ball burst?
Yeah, the ball will burst. But you can just reproduce another one, because if we've got Star Trek in this universe, then we have replicators.
Yeah.
So
So you're going Worf and goals, and then there's the next person, Roy Keane.
Roy Keane. They'd be best friends.
Right.
They would be best friends.
Why? What? How? What do you think? What's Worf's good qualities that would endear himself to Roy?
They're both emotionally withholding. Roy Keane appeals to every single one of my daddy issues.
Oh, really?
Like, see the way when somebody says something funny and he doesn't want to laugh and he like...
A smirk.
The little lips twitch.
Yep.
And he's kind of like, that for me is like... It's like heaven. Because do you remember when we did stand up? Like, I would always find the one guy who didn't want to be there and I'd play to him.
Yep.
Everybody else out the window. You, withholding elderly man, you are who this show is for. Because my daddy won't show me love and will climb up into an attic to chase a pigeon while I'm at the Baftas. A week after my mom died.
That'd be such a good friend show, wouldn't it? Such a good friend show.
Do you know how many people have got in touch since Ma's died and are like, mate, when are you doing your Deed More Friend show?
Oh, because Dead Dad was such a thing 2014, 2015 at Edinburgh Festival.
It was such a thing.
Do you miss stand-up? Do you miss any of it?
No, because I love all of my other jobs.
Yeah, because
like, I love that I can write a script, I can turn up at a set, I can see like Greg Hemphill reading my words out loud.
What's that like?
It's the best. And then I can go, here, do you want to try something different? And I can write alts for him and he'll go, oh, and I'm like, yeah, do that. See that one that made you laugh?
Yeah.
Do that one. Or like there's a load of wee guys who do because a lot of the film industry is actually really working class, all the like Sparkies and the joiners and that. So I'm always looking at the sparks. Because I'm like, I know girls will think this is funny. We've sat in a room with 20 women who've all gone, ha ha ha. But I'm looking at Joycey and Connor, who think Sapnin Beaton is the funniest thing in the world.
That's funny.
Oh, it's the best. It's literally my battle cry. I don't even know the context of it. I just shout it constantly. Sapnin Beaton. But I look at them and I'm like, when I'm doing a scene, I'll be like, I'll see them go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's the bit we're keeping in.
Okay.
That's the bit I want.
So they're your Roy Keenans on the film set then?
Yeah, they're withholding. They don't care about anything. They're not there because they're like really into the art of filmmaking. They're there because they're good at being wee techie guys who can hold up a big screen in the wind that bounces light off my forehead.
I always learned when you're filming anything, the guys who do like the set and all that are the best people to hang about with.
Yeah.
Like I remember I did a warm up in Hogmanay and they'd created their own bar backstage behind Jackie Bird.
Of course they had.
And every time I would just sneak around and do that. It was great. Just normal people.
Yeah, but they're also like, they know exactly how everything works. And if you care about that, which I do, and you want to know, they'll tell you. They'll be like, why is that there? Why can't I walk there? What's that for?
Yeah.
And they'll go, well, it bounces the orange light back. It's magic and it's wizardry.
It's so funny because I remember you telling me that you'd got this show with Hulu. And I was like, that sounds class. But also being fully aware of things that we do, things happen and then it falls through a lot.
Yeah.
So you're like,
Oh, I've had like 9 million scripts fall through.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
I've sold I've sold those same scripts to like 5 people.
You franchising them?
Literally, I wrote it when I was in university, when I was 18.
What, Dinosaur?
No. This is a completely separate
Okay.
thing. Wrote it when I was 18. Have just rewritten it slightly and sold it over and over again. Because
Great.
people buy stuff to develop it and then they change their mind.
And they'll take an option on it for like 18 months or whatever. It's free money.
Yeah.
That's great.
Done and dusted.
So you've got Roy Keane, you've got Worf. Do you think they'll sit next to each other?
I think they'll be best friends.
Okay, you really do.
I think Roy Keane would really appreciate the stoicism of the Klingons and also like just their battle readiness. Because Roy Keane, it was like a violent player, right?
Yes,
and
yeah.
he didn't give a rat's arse about.
You can swear.
He didn't give a fuck about it. I've sworn like 19 times. I don't know why I was suddenly like, oh no.
I saw you hesitate.
And I was like, should I swear in Klingon to be cool? Like,
I mean,
he doesn't give a
that's an oxymoron.
You don't know how much cock I get at Comic-Con, so shut your pie hole. See when I walk in and I'm like, Bajati myth, patak, fall at their fucking knees.
That should be a t-shirt. You don't know how much cock I get at Comic-Con. That is amazing. Get that merch going.
Right. Anyway, Roy Keane
you started it.
and Worf would be best friends
Okay.
because Roy Keane would appreciate the Klingon desire for honor and battle and like being fucking badass.
I love that.
Because have you seen the clips of Roy Keane where he's like, I'm not waiting until you tell me when to walk on the pitch. I'm walking on the pitch.
Yeah.
That's very Klingon.
Oh,
That's
is it? Okay.
Trek Klingon.
Okay, Trey Klingon. Lovely. Who's next? So you've got Worf, you've got Roy Keane. Who are you going for next? And who's your third player in this five-a-side team?
KSI.
Okay. He plays in a lot of side-bed charity football matches. Is that why you've picked him? Or
no, I want to watch him get bullied.
By Worf and Roy Keane?
Yeah, I think that they're going to not like him.
Okay.
And he'll be like singing these songs. And it's really funny because he writes these like songs that are supposed to be like hip, but he still sounds like a private schoolboy when he sings.
He is a private schoolboy, is he?
He's like, I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. And I'm like,
is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know that one.
They know me where it snows, I ski in, and they froze. That's the lyrics to that song.
Oh, but do you think he writes them?
I don't know, but I religiously listen to KSI.
Like, as a punishment?
No, if you look at my most listened to songs, it's like Taylor Swift, all Taylor Swift. But then second is KSI.
I don't know why. Never would have guessed that.
My autism really likes what he puts out. I'm not in control of this.
Algorithm.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But my autism's like, dee, 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 dee. And it's like him. Also, I enjoy Kendrick Lamar a lot, and I love They Not Like Us, but something about that beat just does something to my brain where I can zone out and work for like, if I put that on repeat, I can go for like a day.
So it's like soothing?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what it is. It just really, something about there, even though completely different, nothing alike. Kendrick Lamar is an artist, KSI is a YouTuber who writes bad songs.
Yeah.
There is something in either the tone or the rhythm or the timbre of that makes me...
You said you think he'll get bullied. What do you think the first thing they'll mention is? Big forehead or his like bandana he wears all the time?
Well, that's in conjunction with his big forehead there.
They go to it.
I think they'll bully his big forehead, bully his track record at boxing, bully the fact that he sells sugar drinks to children with an absolute bell end, bully that, bully his voice.
Jigs out, he's singing.
No, just as like in general.
What do Klingons listen to?
They've got like Klingon opera.
Oh, have they?
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
so he definitely wouldn't get on with KSI.
No. They would not get on. Though they do have big foreheads. Maybe they could share a bandana.
What is great is I never know what people are going to pick. I literally just sit down and chat.
Ray, I didn't know I was supposed to prepare.
Are you winging this?
Oh, I'm winging this so hard.
It's good.
Sent me this list and I was like, oh, so it's just like I'll make it up
I
when I
missed
get
you last
there.
night.
Yeah, you sent me the list and showed me like what I was supposed to do.
Right.
And I just thought that you meant this is what I'll ask you.
Oh, no.
Not like breaking the news, you pre-write your jokes.
No, I'm not even a list of 5 people in your head. That's
no,
fine.
I had no.
I love that because what I was going to say is I don't know anything in advance. So when I sit down, you don't expect to be asking what music Klingons listen to and if they will enjoy the soothing tunes of
it's not
KSI.
soothing for anybody else. I'm not saying this music is good. It just, something in my brain really likes the music of KSI.
I love that. Okay, so you get Worf, Roy Keane, KSI. Who's your next one? Who are you going to go?
I'm going to go another footballer,
Okay.
another broadcaster, I think. I don't like Jamie Carragher. He can get in the sea. I think TT.
Thierry Henry. Such a wonderful man.
Adore him.
Wonderful man. I love the show he does, Mika Richards, and the sexual tension he has with Kate Abdo.
Not Kate Abdo anymore. She's remarried.
Yes, what's her name?
Kate Smith.
I've
Also, Abdo was her ex-husband's name as well.
Was it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ah. What makes Thierry Henry so good?
Well, he's one of the greatest players. No, I changed my mind. Eric Cantona.
You going Cantona instead
I'm
of
going
Henry?
Cantona instead.
So you're keeping the Man U theme? Okay.
No, I was keeping with the French theme.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't even know they played on the same team.
No, I was meaning Roy Keane.
Oh, right,
and Eric Cantona. So they would have been teammates. So.
Oh, were they?
Yeah,
that's so cute. They can all gang up on KSI.
Yeah, okay, so you've got Cantona.
Cantona's poetry. The seagulls.
Yes.
The
polo necks.
The polo necks.
The kicking the man in the stand.
The kicking the man in the stand who deserved it because he was a Nazi.
Was he?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's a
Do you know what?
edit point. We'll check that.
Edit that, but I'm pretty sure the guy was like,
No.
He was part of like the National Front and was a Nazi.
Was he?
Yeah.
I believe you on this because you seem to know these things.
I don't, but a lot of stuff just sticks in my brain through the.
Also, you say it with conviction, which makes me think you might.
I feel like I read it on TikTok. I love Cantona. I love his ability. Again, do you know what my main thing that I really like is? I love people who can turn turn and do other jobs. I love diversity. I love people who can, like, that's why I'm amazed Roy Keane has found this notoriously tight-lipped man who hated the manager of Ireland, Mick McCarthy, because his wife tried to like make sandwiches instead of buying catering.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Which is one of my favourite facts.
Yeah, so he just went home to walk his dog.
Just went home and walked his dogs.
Every day, knowing there's press there.
Yeah.
He's got a big garden. He didn't need to do that.
He's got the same energy as, do you know who Magnus Carlsen is?
I know the name, but who is it?
He's like the world chess champion.
I've started my algorithm keeps on showing me chess videos.
It's amazing.
And people guessing each other's rating.
I think that might be me. I think I might have affected your algorithm because I am so deep in the world of chess right now. I have literally been trying to pitch a sitcom based on chess world.
Great.
Queen's Gambit meets The Office. But I'm
into it.
He's got this like devil may care thing where like in chess you're not allowed to wear jeans.
Yes. Oh, so this is how I know him. Because
and Magnus Carlsen left.
Okay, asked to leave. Yeah,
because he was wearing jeans. And the next day he came back and he was so late for his match. So he turns up with like 1 minute to spare and then does fast chess thing.
Yeah.
He turns up with 1 minute to spare with a bag and the press are like, where have you been? And he goes, buying jeans.
That's a soundbite.
And I was like, oh. And it's that same thing that I can imagine Roy Keane kind of like doing.
Oh, just trying to piss people off, right?
Just being a troll. So I think that him and Cantona would have like good energy.
I like it. Who's your final player? Are you going a chess player? Are you going a footballer? Are you going someone from your life? Who are you going for your fifth and final player?
My fifth and final player. Can I pick an American footballer?
You can pick whoever you want, actually.
Jason Kelce, centre for the Philly Eagles, left, retired now, but one of the greatest centres who ever lived.
Travis's brother.
Yeah.
As lots of Taylor Swift stans may know him as. Why? Are you an NFL fan?
Massively.
Are you?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
So what's your team and why are you picking Jason
Philly
Kelce?
Eagles.
Ah, okay. So you've just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
I wore my Philly Eagles jumper for 3 days straight, didn't take it off, was stinky, so bad, but was convinced this would like help them win.
Oh, pre, not post.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
pre. Like was sitting there reeking. And
it worked?
Yeah, it worked. I, like with any other football, I don't really believe in tribalism, so it will change from day to day.
What made you choose the Philadelphia Eagles?
They have, we have similar vibes. I think Philly is quite Glaswegian.
Yep.
I think there's like a similar energy. I really like how Raj they are. Philadelphia has these cowboys in the city that ride horses.
Well, like just about.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
And that's a big selling point for Ashley because she's really into horses just now. They have.
Did you watch Always Sunny?
Do you know what all it fucking is? This is all that draws me. See if you've got a good social media team who makes funny videos and you've got like documentaries and product that I can ingest.
Yeah.
I'll support your team.
And
I supported Man City for like 2 years simply because they made good videos.
Is that why you got Haaland then?
No, I've got Haaland because he reminds me of the guy from Ghostbusters 2 who's in the evil painting. And I think that's really funny. And he says things like, I must say, I love lasagna. He's essentially a cat. Like, he's
Garfield.
He's one of the, there's a picture of him eating meat that he has a hand behind his head that is not his hand that I am so curious about.
So who?
Haaland. He's like eating a steak. Here it is.
And he's got a random hand behind him.
Whose arm is that and why is it holding up his head?
That's someone's leg, I think.
No, that's an arm.
Do you think that's an arm?
Yeah, you can see the 2 veins there. That's not a leg.
It's a weirdly hairy arm to a bit and then stops.
Like a strong arm.
Why is he also eating a steak in the change room?
What is it though? Who is he?
Is he a shapeshifter?
I don't think he's a shapeshifter. I don't believe in shapeshifters, but he might be like a magic man.
How do you think Jason Kelce will fit into this team?
Again, emotionally withholding, likes a good joke, doesn't give it up easy.
Goes taps off quite a lot, takes his top off.
Yeah.
He did it because
he's a man.
Did you see the Super Bowl?
It's my alternative screensaver.
Bet. Do you know the context behind it?
Yeah.
The bet about cleavage.
Mm-hmm.
So he thought he would go out and do it, and I was like, oh, okay. The podcast they do together is very good as well. I've listened to a couple of episodes of that.
I love it. I'm not as much a fan of Travis Kelce. I love that he and Taylor Swift are happy, and I love Taylor Swift, and I love that she somehow preemptively knew she would like marry this man when she wrote songs when she was 19. That like,
is that true? I didn't know that.
She's got a song that's like, I'll be 87, you'll be 89, and like 89 is hard like number because it's the year she's born, and he plays in 87, and like there's weird string theory of Taylor Swift and him that's like, how did this not happen before?
That's weird.
But it's not as I'm like, oh, that's cute and I'm interested, but I'm not that interested. I find him and his wife Jason Kelsey and Kylie Kelsey way more interesting.
They seem very normal.
There's a documentary about them on Amazon.
I've seen clips of it.
It's great.
Yeah. I mainly consume thing in clips nowadays.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like I've seen nearly every episode of a show called 911 based solely off of little clips on Facebook where it's slightly sped up so it doesn't get taken down for copyright infringement.
I get a lot of context of Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy, which I've never watched. So I see it out of things. So I'm like, oh, I thought he was dead. But you go back 4 series. I just get it
Never
on TikTok.
seen
That's
Breaking
Bad.
Bad.
You know, Haley made me watch it. She really liked it.
Don't like anything that I like can go, oh yeah, that happened when I was little. Do you know, like The Sopranos or any like crimey stuff? Okay. I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me of this.
Well, you don't like reminding of you being young?
No, I don't like reminding of like my traumatic childhood.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, sorry for bringing it up again.
No, sorry, I brought it up.
So let's go through your team, right?
Worf from Star Trek.
Yes.
Roy Keane.
Yes. KSI.
I'm starting to now like.
No, you picked it.
KSI, but only for the bullying.
Yeah, Eric Cantona.
And
Jason Kelsey. I like it. Who do you think will be the leader in that dressing room?
Roy Keane. He's a natural born leader. Oh, I love when he goes all high pitched and sincere. That's my favorite. Gary, you're doing too much. Gary, you need to slow down.
Good.
I know.
Yeah.
Baby.
What do you think KSI would try to put his own music on?
Oh, 100%. And then they'd all hit him a la Alex Ferguson with their boots.
Just throwing everywhere.
Yeah. The hairdryer treatment, whatever that was, which is the like most homoerotic name for a telling off. Oh, he gave me the hairdryer treatment. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
I've never thought of that as well.
When I heard that, I was like, what, he like made your hair shiny?
I give you a blow dry? Yeah. What is happening? Manager for this team, Ashley. We always go for someone in your phone book. We've had some very odd choices. I think your phone book will be very varied.
Yeah, so I've got a lot of Shankleys on my phone. So I was like, we could just have a Shankly.
And just pretend it's Bill?
No, it's relations.
Oh, how have you...
Just like, you know how when you grow up in the East End of Glasgow and everybody's vaguely related to everybody else, but not really? Yeah. That kind of thing.
Okay, like how you're Lindsay Smith's daughter. That, yeah.
So like, there's like some vague...
So do you want to go for a vague Shankly as your manager?
No, I'm going to go for Billy Connolly.
You've got Billy Connolly's number?
Yes, I have.
That's the winner. That's up there with when Darren Connell wanted to pick Samaritans. It's his one, which made me laugh a lot. But Billy Connolly is incredible. So, how? Family friend, kind of, or what is it actually?
He was nice to mum when she was dying.
Yep.
And then when mum died, he would like phone me occasionally to like check up on me. And then when I got nominated for the Baftas, like the day before the Baftas, he phoned me and he was like, awards don't mean anything. It's shite. So don't win any. It's better not to win, because I think he thought I wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
And then when I won, he was like, I lied. He phoned me back the next day. He was like, I was talking shite. Awards are great.
I've only ever seen Billy Connolly on television. Never met him in real life. I've seen you numerous times in real life. Both raconteurs that we talk a lot. What's a phone call between you two like? That must last 50 minutes.
No, it's awkward because he's in America and there's a slight delay, and so we end up talking over each other. But when I met him in Auckland and he took me for pizza.
This was a few years ago.
Many years ago.
Yeah.
When he was filming The Hobbit. It was Wellington. Not Auckland. We went for pizza in a place called the San Francisco Bathhouse, and we had tea. And I was meant to meet him in the afternoon with mum, but the Avengers had just come out. So I was like, no, I'm going to go watch the Avengers.
This is so on brand. I love it. I absolutely love it.
So my mum had met Billy for tea, and she was like, Ashley, fucking sit down. I was like, absolutely fucking not. I'm going to watch the fucking Avengers. And then we had like a big, one of those closed mouth fights where she was like, it's Billy fucking Connolly. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. It's the fucking Avengers.
Did you go?
I went to watch the Avengers, and then I met him that night. He came to watch Mum do comedy. We sat, and there's a picture that Terry Alderton took of me and him sat like arms
cross-armed,
watching Mum, and he's whispering to me what he thinks the end of the joke is going to be.
And is he right?
Like 89% of the time. But he's like, is it going to turn out? And he's like trying to preempt.
So you watched it with alternative commentary?
I watched my mum do an hour of stand-up while Billy Connolly whispered in my ear what the punchline would have been had he wrote the joke. And they were almost like on par for like most of it. I'd say about like 10%. He was like, oh, I would have said this. And I was like, yeah, that's better. I'll tell her. I'll give her the notes, don't you? She won't take it well for you.
No, what's that man telling me what to do? That's amazing.
Yeah, and then he walked me home and he walked me back to the hotel and I stopped at the traffic lights and he said, you're a tall Catholic, you don't need to stop for traffic lights, cars will stop for you. And he was like, I'm Billy Connolly.
You're a tall Catholic.
No cunt's running me over. And I was like, all right. And
what
we just
aura.
walked into traffic and cars literally stopped for him.
How, because Billy Connolly famously is the most like Joe everyday kind of guy. How do you think he would get on with Worf? Do you think he could keep him under control?
I think if anybody could like keep these men under control, it is this elder statesman.
Yeah, okay.
He's got an aura. Cars stop for him.
Has he got the boots on?
Klingons are stopping for him. No, because he's got other tricks up his sleeves. He's not just like, a guy wearing banana shoes. For fuck's sake, he's a national icon. He's gonna maybe play them a song to soothe them. And lovely. I think he'd be a really, really, really good manager. I've realised that I've not picked a single woman and I feel really bad.
It's fine, you can
I can't think of. Can we replace KSI with a woman?
No, because I love the fact I would love to see KSI interact with Billy Connolly.
Or just be bullied by a Klingon in Roy Keane.
Again, I'm not against that. I'm not against that.
Eric Cantona just chest kicking him.
I'm in your team. Just holding down. And finally, Ashley, did you come up with a team name for this?
I don't know. No. Oh yeah, Kapla.
Oh, that's fucking Klingon. With Len.
Yeah.
How are we spelling it?
Kapla. You have to look it up. I can speak Klingon. I can't fucking write it.
It's not for the team. It's just so I can get some more comic on. You didn't let eye contact go the whole time during that as well. That was amazing.
I love I love the Klingons. They're a great race.
So let's go through this very quickly. So your team's called Bakla. You have Worf.
Kapla.
Kerplunk. You've got.
That's so racist.
So you get. I knew you would love that. You've got Worf and goes with Star Trek. You've got Roy Keane. You've got Eric Cantona. You've got KSI. You've got Jason Kelsey, all managed by Billy Connolly. That is a great team, a great lineup. I like it.
Okay.
What have you got coming up in life? What else you doing?
Filming season 2 of Dinosaur.
When's it out? Have you got
next year at some point on BBC 3, Hulu, and if you live in Canada, Australia, or other countries, it's weirdly on their channels as well now.
That's amazing, Ashley, man. That's so good.
We're syndicatable. And yeah, I'm on BBC Radio Scotland every Friday night from 10 o'clock till 1 in the morning. The Ashley Storrie Show. Get in touch via text 80295. All the beats and all the bangers. Yes,
get the catchphrases out. I love Kenny Rogers roasters so much. Such a good feature. Check out. That's usually on about 11:30 to 12. Check that out. I always really enjoy that. Listen to it. Ashley, I've loved this. And people, you said to me, you do not that many podcasts. Get Ashley on your podcast. She's so funny.
They don't want me on their podcast. They're scared. They're scared of the energy I bring. I don't know why. Nobody wants me on the fucking podcast.
That's a bit weird, there.
Constantly getting catfished.
Are you?
Constantly with like fake emails like, oh, do you want to come on the Bad Friends podcast? And I'm like, yes. And then it's just a man pretending.
Is that happening a lot?
Yeah. Now I have to send them all to my agent and she checks them.
So what is one? Did you get like Diary of a CEO? Did you get a shout for that?
See, every podcast you've ever heard, somebody's pretended to be them, setting up very elaborate emails, inviting me on, getting my hopes up, and then dashing them. It's not even like they're after money. I feel like this is a personal attack.
You know who it is?
Who?
KSI.
Oh.
It's got to be.
He's in the thick of it, everybody knows.